Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Welcome to a new week. Today I'm going to give you some exercises again that you can do in your own home. Remember to come into these workouts warmed up and ready to move. So walk around your block, walk up and down your stairs, maybe do some standing marches or some low jacks, things like that. Today we're just going to use a couple bands or tubes and a kettlebell. So go ahead and grab those and come back ready to move. Okay, so we're going to start off with a lat pull down. So we're going to loop our band through a high surface somewhere. It can be difficult to find in your house, so if so, you can get one of these door hinge things, and it works really great to just kind of close in a door and then not have to worry about damaging your band. Okay, so we're going to pull down from an up position. So we're pulling down using those big muscles in your back called your latissimus dorsi, your lats. That's why this is called a lat pull down. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. I don't want you to lean back and turn this into a row. I want you to be sitting up nice and tall and pulling straight down to your armpits. So take a breath before you start. Breathe out. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and together like you're going to stick them in your back pocket. If you're wearing jeans, stick them in your pockets. 6, remember to keep those shoulders down away from your ears. 7, 8, and don't hold your breath. Remember to keep breathing. 9, slowly both directions. 10, good, okay. So you can also do more of those if you feel like you need a little bit more, or you can double up your bands, things like that to make that as challenging as we can. Okay, next we're gonna grab our kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's okay. You can use a dumbbell or a gallon jug full of water. Lots of different ways to add weight to these. We're going to do just a squat. So I'm holding this kettlebell. So I'm going to drop it right between my feet, squeezing my glutes, which are your muscles back here, as I come up. So I want to really sit my hips back. Now notice that my back is straight through this whole motion. I'm hinging my hips back, I'm bending my knees, and I'm squatting as one full motion. So if you do have any knee pain with this, you can do a smaller range of motion. Just still do that same thing. You want to hinge your hips back, bend those knees, squeeze your glutes as you come up. You can also turn your toes out a little bit, make it more of a sumo squat. Sometimes that's a little gentler on knees. Keeping your chest high as you go down. Breathe all the way through. Now you don't have to go down all the way to the floor. Like I said, you can do a smaller range of motion. Just really think about using those quads and your glutes. You want to sit back into your heels as you go down into that squat. Let's do one more, keeping those shoulders down, your chest tall, and relax. Okay, remember when you are picking your devices, your kettlebells, your weights, anything up, bend your knees in that similar position that we just did our squat, and set it down, not this all of a sudden. I see that a lot in the gym, so be careful picking up and setting down your weights. Okay, now we're going to do low to high chops. So we're going to go back over here to my band area. So I'm just going to switch my handle. I already have this in a low position ready for me to use. So I'm going to just use the length. You can do this lots of different ways. You can tie a band around something sturdy. You can do it like I have it here in the door, and we're going to do low to high across here. I'm going to move my camera out to the side a little more. Baloo is helping me today. He's being very calm right now. So we're spreading your feet apart. My toes are turned out just a little bit. I'm going to start down in a squat and then bring it up across. It's a big diagonal movement up, across. A little bit of a twist in my torso. You can kind of play with that. If you want to really add a big twist, you can do that, or you can still face forward depending on how your back feels and how this whole exercise feels. 8, keep breathing. 9. It is good to get a little torso. 10. And thoracic rotation though. Kind of get those muscles working. Get your spine limbered up. All right, spread those feet apart. We're going to go down. So I like that you can see both sides, the forward and the back. So a little bit of a squat at the bottom and up and across. 5. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good. Now again, slowly walk that back and set it down. Now we're going to lower to the floor and do a little hip stabilization. So on your hands and knees, hands directly below your shoulders, knees directly below your hips, and we're going to do a fire hydrant. So this is a great way to really target those glutes. So envision a flat tabletop on using your back. Think about setting a teacup on your back and you don't want it to fall off. So your back and your hips, your shoulders stay stable. Notice that my head is in line with the rest of my spine. I want my cervical spine in line with everything. I don't want it going into extension here and I don't want it falling down here. So really keep that in a neutral position. Just lifting up, kind of to the end where you can still maintain that flat tabletop position on your back. So it's not a very large movement. Like here, I don't want to go here. There's no need to do that. That starts getting other muscles involved and I'm really trying to target my glutes here. So now we're going to do the other side. Lift up that knee, keeping that 90-degree bend in your, turn this way, in your knee. So just targeting those glutes, you should feel it, and then you should also be feeling it in your stabilizing one. Hi, Baloo. Hi, sweetie. And 10. Good. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can sit back in child's pose here and really stretch out those glutes. Play with your puppy. Yes. Okay, good. Now we're going to stand back up with this kettlebell here. And remember to pick it up using good form. The puppy is way cuter to look at than I am, but okay. Yes, I'm talking about you. So we're going to do biceps curls using that kettlebell. So I want you to get a different grip on it. So normally this is, you can hold it like this. I want you to get a grip, kind of gripping the bell part of it and kind of gripping the sides. So get a good grip this way. And we're going to do biceps curls using that kettlebell. Again, if you don't have a kettlebell, use your dumbbells here, that's okay. But it might be kind of fun to use one dumbbell that's a little heavier. It's just a little bit different, using those muscles a little bit differently each time so that we continue to challenge them, continue to get stronger, continue to increase that bone density. 9 and 10. All right, good. Now gently set that down. And we are going to end with a balance exercise. Bring that up just a little. And I have a ball here that I'm going to use. It's just a racket ball, but if you have a golf ball or a tennis ball or any type of ball that you have, you can even use a little bit of a weighted medicine ball if you want, but I would want it to be a smaller one, I think, here. So we're going to do a tandem stance. And then I want your arms out to the side. We're going to pass the ball from hand to hand here. And if that feels okay, I want you to watch the ball. So watch it go all the way out to one side, and then to the middle, and all the way out to the other side. So the more you change that gaze, the more your proprioception is challenged. And you can even make that more challenging. If this is really easy for you, you can try it in a single leg stance. Or similarly, just slow it down. The more slowly that you have to do this, if you feel your feet kind of doing this a little bit, kind of wavering side to side, that's great. That means they're responding and reacting to what you're doing, and they're still holding you where you are. If you're having too much trouble with this, you can stagger your feet like this. And then always do these near something where you can grab on for balance if you need it. So I'm going to do this a couple more times. We want to do it about 30 seconds or so, working on one side and then the other. Okay, now we're going to switch legs. So this is also a little bit of an arm workout. Your shoulders are having to hold this position, you know, like a ballet dancer. So we're going to go side to side nice and slowly. I'm going to make sure we get 30 seconds here. Keep breathing, holding your torso nice and tall, shoulders back. I don't want to be here. Everything's nice and tall and in line here. So my hands are about shoulder height. Watching that ball all the way out to the side, to the middle, and then out to the other side. We've got about 10 more seconds here. All right, good. Okay, so repeat through those. This isn't a super intense exercise session, so you can probably get through this 2 or 3 times. If you need a little more, add some cardio. You can add number of repetitions. If you need a little bit more as well, you can, instead of doing 10, do 15 or 20. But just don't take it to the point of pain, as always. So keep working, and then make sure at the very end to do your stretches and a good cool down and just some range of motion to make sure that your muscles are cooled down and ready for rest. All right, thank you everybody. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.